List any traffic you may have for the net. Let's go ahead and start tonight with Alpha through Golf. All A through G stations, please call Kilo 4 Juliet Uniform.
K4 JUU, please check in Kilo 4, Alpha Mike Romeo, Ren and Elizabethtown. K4 JUU, please check in Kilo 4, Charlie Foxtrot Kilo, Paul in Sanford.
And the net's pleased to recognize Kilo 4 Alpha Mike Romeo, Ren in Elizabethtown. Good evening, Ren. And also Kilo 4 Charlie Foxtrot Kilo, Paul in Sanford. Good evening to you, Paul. Anybody else? Alpha through Golf, call K4 JUU. None heard. Let's move to the middle of the alphabet and try Hotel through November. If your suffix begins with Hotel through November, call Kilo 4 Juliet Uniform.
K4 JUU, good evening, Dennis and everybody on the net. I am in portable mode again this evening on Fort Bragg. I'll stick around if my signal is okay. Do let me know. This is KG4JOK Walter in Fort Bragg, no traffic.
And then it's going to recognize KG4JOK Walter over there in Fort Bragg.
Portable tonight. Yeah, Walter, no problem. Can understand you very clearly. Appreciate you supporting the net. Anybody else? Hotel through November, call Kilo 4 Juliet Uniform. The bottom of the alphabet, Oscar through Zulu, O through Z, call K4 JUU.
K4 JUU, please check in Kilo Juliet 4 Romeo Uniform Delta. Michael in Hall Hill, no traffic.
And then that's going to recognize Kilo Juliet 4 Romeo Uniform Delta, Michael over in Laurel Hill with no traffic.
Appreciate you checking in with us, Michael. All the way through the alphabet, in case we missed somebody, Alpha through Zulu. If you're out there and you have not checked in and would like to do so, please call Kilo 4 Juliet Uniform. Well, hearing no further check-ins, I want to thank everybody that has checked in. I'm going to go ahead and close the formal portion of the net. We had no traffic to pass. Close the formal portion at 5 minutes after the hour and move on into a little informal right shoe. Kicking a right shoe off tonight. Let's start over there in Elizabethtown. DNC was the first one in here. KK4 AMR. Good evening, Ren. What's happening in your world?
K4 JUU, this is KK4 AMR. Hello, Dennis, and everybody on the net. Well, it's been another beautiful day today. I think the high here was 88 degrees, which for late July, that's wonderful weather. Worked outside some today. I did my push mowing today. I did the ride yesterday, so I finished the yard up where I had to do push mowing, and then I mowed in the chicken fence also there. Been playing on the radio some. Tell you 20 meters has been wide open this evening. I mean, just people, Guatemala, Guadalupe Island, Jersey Island, England, Spain, you name it. Just a couple of minutes before the net, I wasn't really intending to talk to any of them so strong. I just went ahead and called him back. He was just like we were talking on the repeater nearby.
That's about it from here. This is KK4 AMR back to net control. Hi, Ren. Well, yeah, that'd been great. The bands are open. I know 10 meters is open. Guatemala, I was talking to a couple there that were calling 10 on 10 meters a couple hours before the net. Put a couple in my log. I was just over on your QRZ page, Ren, and it reminded me, did you ever receive my QSL card I sent in the mail?
Yes, yes, I did receive it, and I thank you. So when I got that, I can check Columbus County off. Trying to get all the counties in North Carolina. I got a long ways to go, but I'm back to net control.
Okay, great, great. Because yeah, I remember getting yours. And do you use the logbook in a QRZ? You got a logbook there in QRZ. I noticed that you haven't confirmed any of your contacts in it.
Dennis, I only put DX contacts there. I don't list the domestic ones. Over.
Well, I know that's all I've seen there is DX. You got a lot of DX ones there in QRZ, but I didn't see any of them confirmed. You know, when somebody makes a contact and they put it in their logbook, it shows up on your logbook in QRZ, but you have to go down there and confirm it.
Well, I haven't looked in a few days, but I didn't have any. I hadn't confirmed. I've been waiting on other people to confirm them, but I'm going to look at it. I hadn't looked at it right lately. I'll look at it after the net. Over.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the only reason I bring it up is because there's some people don't realize that they do have a logbook on QRZ, and you can upload your own personal logbook to it. You can upload files to it. It's kind of new, but it's pretty neat. I wasn't sure whether you were aware of it, but it sounds like you're pretty much aware of it. Hi, Ren. Appreciate you hollering at us tonight, and you have a good evening. And keep up the good work. I was looking at some of the contacts you've made in there. Boy, I tell you what, you've got a lot of good ones. A lot of far off stations and far off lands. All right, Ren, 7-3 to you. You have a fine evening. Let me clear with KK4 AMR. And swing it over to Sanford and see what Paul's been up to tonight. Kilo 4, Charlie Foxtrot Kilo. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Dennis, and everybody on the net. I hope he's had temperature-wise. It sounds like it was about like it was in Ren's area in the upper 80s. That started up this morning. Today is typically my day off, so we're doing a few things around the house. And my wife's sister came down from Thomasville with a friend, and this morning they picked 21 quarts of blueberries off of our 4 little bushes out there. I'm just amazed this year at how much those bushes are making. Then we took the Harley out about midday. It was warm, but not too hot. We were out for several hours riding around and ended up just going from different places shopping for a riding lawnmower. One I've got getting a little age on it. Thought I might find a good bargain today getting towards the end of the season. And came back in, and that's been about it. And so I think I'll listen to the end of the net and then probably just sit on the porch and watch the sunlight go away. Anyhow, this is it from Sanford. This is KK4CSK. Back to you, Dennis.
All right, Paul. Yeah, sit on the porch and watch the sunset. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm glad you enjoyed the day riding around. Yeah, beautiful day for it. The weather was just superb today, at least over here. I did a lot of yard work out here today myself, and got hot and sweaty, and came back in and cooled off, took a shower, and said to heck with it, and spent the afternoon in the house. All right, Paul. Appreciate you supporting the net like you do there, and you have a fine evening. Look forward to hearing you down the road there. Let's clear with Paul in Sanford and move over to Walter in Fort Bragg Portable tonight. KG4JOK. Good evening, Walter.
K4JOU. Good evening, Dennis, and everybody on the net. Yeah, I'm over in the park. I'm staying at the pond there. We purchased some sandwiches, me and my wife over in Richmond, Fort Bragg. Which is sandwich shop. And over to by the lake there. So we are just enjoying. Hope my signal is still holding. A little Welcome to W4CDE. Dylan. About the radio, I tried, but I'm not having luck. I went over to 10 meters, did just one data contact, and then I went over around there, and I got three CW contacts, so that's okay. So we're not bad. Tried to get some exotic locales, no luck. No luck. I hear them, but they're not hearing me. The time became next time. They told them each side of the coast, take care, everybody take care, all of you 73. They think that KG4 depending on control over KG 70.
Hi, Walter. Yeah, your signal held, no problem. You were a little light into the repeater, but could copy with no problem at all. That portable station of yours just don't have a lot of audio punch. That's all. The signal was in there, no problem there. But thanks for hollering at us. I'm glad you're enjoying the day there. And we'll be talking to you, Walter. You have a good weekend here coming up. JOK, and swing it over to Laurel Hill. There's somebody that's got some serious audio in his microphone there.
Always a strong audio on Michael's radio there. KJ4RUD. How are you doing, Michael?
Good evening, Dennis, and everybody out there on the radio this evening. Yeah, I got a little work done today out in the barn. Worked on that air compressor, trying to get it regulated where it would cut on and cut off, and was unsuccessful. It'll keep right on running and right on and right on and right on. Got up to 160 PSI, and that was just too much. I cut it off. I've tried adjusting it. I think I'm going to have to go buy a whole brand new switch and put on it, because I've tried adjusting that one every way I can and just can't get it to work. Bled the tank, got all the water out of it, and there was about 3 or 4 or 5 ounces of water in it that had built up over time. It's good and rusty, but I got all that out of good and tried cleaning it up a little bit and wiping it off, and that's about it for air compressor. I've got a hen that's come off with some biddies. She hasn't come off. She's still sitting on the nest, but I got a barred rock. One of the little biddies that got out of the nest and was on the ground, so I picked it back up and put it back up there with its mother, so that she'd be safe up there and stay warm. And I'll have a batch of young biddies tomorrow, hopefully. Clean it with dishwashing liquid, and then turn it around and put Clorox water in it and let it soak in hoping I can get out there and clean my place up where I had my squash and plant some more and get some late squash this summer. That's about it around here. Chickens are doing good. The guineas are doing fine. The little teats that I did hatch out, I'm doing real good with them so far. I ended up with 13 in all. 6 that are a little over a month old, and I got 2 that are a couple of months old.
Alright. Ginger, she's happy too. I got to play with her a little while this afternoon. That's about it. We're going to give it back to you, Dennis. Oh, yeah. I'm looking for July 10, July 20, and July 24 for reports. Alright. We'll give it back to you, Dennis. Have a great evening. Talk at you in a little bit. K4JU, KJ4RUD.
All right, Michael. Well, you can take one of them off your book right now, 24th. The net wasn't called on the 24th. To the best of my knowledge, I wasn't here. I was asleep, and I don't believe anybody called it on the 24th. And the 10th, that I'm pretty sure that's Bill over in Lumberton, WZ5X. And what was the other date?
The 20th.
The 20th. That was a Saturday. This past Saturday, that was my Saturday. I probably have that one. I'll see if I can find it and get it to you there, Michael. But yeah, this Wednesday, Bill should be on the air, and you might check with him for the 10th. And like I say, I was supposed to call it for Bill Wednesday, and I blew it and went to sleep and slept right through the net. And with my talking to Rin the other day, I don't think anybody called it. So that's the way that goes. Appreciate it, Michael. It sounds like you had pressure switch problems. Sometimes they do go, and you got to buy a new one. Well, I'm glad you mentioned water in your tank. I haven't drained my air tank in a long time, and I know it's full of water in the bottom of it. I need to do that, and I will. You have a fine evening, sir. Let me clear with KJ4RUD and see if there's anybody else out there who'd like to check into the net before we close her out tonight. This is K4JUU. Call me. Well, hearing no further check-ins, I want to thank everybody for being here this evening. And I'm going to go ahead and close the net out. KJ4RUD, I've got a net report for your station.
K4JU, KJ4RUD. You're right ahead with your report.
Please copy number 0120, routine, Hotel X-Ray Golf, Kilo 4 Juliet Uniform 11, Whiteville, North Carolina, July 26. Going to your station, break. Initial group, Sierra Echo November, Charlie Tango November, report, July, figure group 26, check-ins, 5, traffic, mixed group 1, slant bar 1, time 5 minutes. Break and sign it Dennis K4JUU. And no more.
A good copy on your 0120. Appreciate it, Dennis. Have a great evening. Talk to you tomorrow. K4JU, KJ4RUD.
KJ4RUD, stand by one. I've got one more. Let me go ahead and send that while I'm here.
K4JU, go right ahead.
Please copy number 0119er. Routine, Golf, Kilo 4 Juliet Uniform 11, Whiteville, North Carolina, July 26. Going to your station break. Initial group, Sierra Echo November, Charlie Tango November, report July, July, figure group 20, check-ins, 4, traffic, mixed group 0, slant bar 0, time 5 minutes. Break and sign it, Dennis K4 JUUN, no more.
Good copy on your 0119. Appreciate it. We'll talk at you a little later. K4JU, KJ4RUD.
Hi, Michael. Thanks for taking those net reports and all you do for the net. This is K4JUU. One last call for any late check-ins. Call me. Well, hearing none, this is K4JUU, now closing the Southeastern North Carolina Trafic Net at 23 minutes after the hour of 8 p.m. Please meet us again tomorrow night. This repeater is owned and operated jointly by the Robinson County Amateur Radio Society and the Piedmont Coastal Repeater Network. It is provided for your enjoyment and for use in times of an emergency. Remember, you can get more information on the Robinson County Amateur Radio Society on the web at www.rcars.org or the Piedmont Coastal Repeater Network at www.pcrn.net. If you are not a member of PCRN, I encourage you to join. This net, the Southeastern North Carolina Trafic Net, has a website, and it can be found on www.senctn.org. Thanks for letting me call your net tonight. Please come back and join us this weekend. This is Kilo 4 Juliet Uniform, now returning the repeater to normal amateur use. Good night, God bless, and 73.